welcome back to another oil episode. Today's very special because I'm going to show you how to paint a horse. If you follow me on Instagram, I showed you this. This is what I'm going to be painting for you today. I'm going to change just a little bit, to maybe change a few things that I didn't find satisfied last time, So I'm going to run the colors across the screen. You need to paint this painting if you want to paint it on the canvas view. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to grab a 2-inch brush and just start going into this phthalo blue. I didn't wash after putting the liquid white on it because this is a very strong color. Besides, I kind of want this to be bright, happy. Shouldn't look at the camera, I'm still probably running the colors. So I'm going to just make little X strokes. I'm starting the corners to go downward so it blends. Oh, and I put the thin layer of liquid white on the canvas. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. I think this is the beginning. And just do little X strokes because round strokes or horizontal strokes are much more, well, they're doing crisscross strokes are just easier to blend. And let's say that down to about here is pretty good. Okay, I'm going to tap it a little more just to make it a little darker on these corners. Now it's time for the fun part, is washing the brush. Wash my brushes, oil brushes, with odorless paint thinner. I'm going to shake it off. And then beat the devil out of it. I like to use a brush beater rack since I'm painting in a studio, but I also have a splatter box made. Ooh, some paint thinner on my brush. Didn't shake enough of it off. Now I'm gonna start at the base here and blend. Take out all these brush strokes. Alright. I'm going to take and just get the color off this 2-inch brush so it's nice and clean next time I need it. I'm going to take a 1-inch brush and go through this titanium white in one direction. This is like how we do our bushes. That's it, and then we'll take the rounded corner of the top and just make little circular strokes. Ooh. Takes off a lot of paint to make these clouds. This phthalo blue is very strong. Thin little clouds. Heck, maybe there's just one more here. I think I want. No, tell you what, I'm going to take the little blender brush and blend this little guy out a bit. Just the base. I'm going to pull it up. Don't worry about the stringy things, it'll just make the cloud look more realistic. And then you just go over it, sort of like that. Alright, ooh. Hear me, I forgot to set a timer because I finally found the reason my camera likes to cut off. It is because of storage. It will go no more than 4 gigabytes, which is about 18 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer for I think 11 minutes, or just a few minutes have gone by. So I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to turn the camera on when we get to that point. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Pull a 1-inch brush in one direction, and now I'm going to put another cloud under this guy. There we go. That looks cool. Gives it more depth. I'm going to take the blender brush. And I'm going to blend the tops of these, the base of these clouds, not the tops. Just like I did that other one. So without touching the tops, just blend them out. Now pull them up. And just like that. I think I'm going to put one more layer of clouds right here. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Take the blender brush, blend the base of them. You can do this with 1-inch or 2-inch brush. I just choose the blender because I like keep all the cloud detail in my clouds there. See, now I'm going to wash the 1-inch brush. I'm going a little quickly with this, or trying to anyway, because the horse is going to take a little bit. I'm going to make the horse with a filbert brush. Beat the devil out of it. It's a favorite part. Right. Now I'm going to take a palette knife and take this phthalo blue, just a touch of white. I'm going to get a light blue color. Just get a thin roll on my knife, if you can see that. And I'm gonna just put some quiet little mountains back here. Alright, we'll roll. All you care about is the tops of these mountains. You care less what's happening right here. I think just a little lay of mountains right about there. I'm going to take a 2-inch brush and pull them out. It's going to give these a misty look. Now we're doing regular mountains. This is also a great way to outline your shape, or for highlights and shadows, sorry. And then just blend out the bottom of it. Whoops. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put another layer of mountains in front of it anyway. So, looking at painting, I have a row of darker mountains. I'm going to rid my palette knife of the blue color that's left and just go take a just regular phthalo blue. Maybe just a touch Van Dyke brown mixed with it, to make it darker and give it a bit of a greenish tint to it. Blue and brown make green, I think. Take a roll there and there we go. Pull it out flat, give it a little roll. Because it's lighter here, it'll give that misty appearance and add more depth to it. And you want to start with a lighter color and then go with a darker color. This one's a bit bigger. Right. Back to the 2-inch brush. I'm trying not to pull these out too much. I like these little slopey lines in there. Alright. Another set of darker mountains. Done. Now it is time for... I'm going to take a round brush, go into phthalo blue, a bit of Van Dyke brown, and take the rest of this. I ran out of black. And I'm going to pull this green out and just touch the tip of it and tap in a little foothill or an extra mountain so that it still looks blue, but because of the green at the top, it gives it that forestry appearance. Say this is probably good enough. I should probably wash this. Wash it. And beat the devil out of it. I'm going to take this and tap firmly. You can see my easel is shaking. I'm just gonna blend just a little bit at the bottom to just diffuse it. Not too much though, because it looks like there's trees back there. Now I'm gonna take a 1-inch brush and take a lot of sap green. This Van Dyke brown and phthalo blue. I'm gonna sort of wiggle it out, pull it to a flat chisel edge. That's not enough. Actually, you know what? I think I have some ivory black. And I do. It's a very old tube. I don't use it unless I feel like I'm in a state of emergency for colors. Add just a bit of it on my palette. There we go. Should have thought of that when I was ordering more supplies for the series, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna just take a touch of this black and phthalo blue. It takes a lot of paint to hold these bristles together. There we go. That's flat enough for me anyway. Now right here at this misty area, I'm gonna tap down, add a layer of trees. Let me pause for a second. Right, I'm gonna I'll just add more phthalo blue. Flatten it out again. Right. Now I'm going to take, oop, time is up. I gotta check on the main camera's view. Alright, see if this fixes anything. Now I'm going to start my 18-minute timer again. And, ooh, I'm going to put some dark color here. So I'm going to take ivory black, sap green, Van Dyke brown on this 2-inch brush, some phthalo blue. There's a bunch of dark color and smother it around here. This is one of those times where if you'd had liquid black, this would be one of those times you should use it. I also forgot to add red for my signature. Man, that's alright. Looks a lot like water, doesn't it? Well, I don't think I'm going to have water in this painting. Alright. I'm going to take my... a little trouble deciding something here. I'm going to wash my 1-inch brush first. Right. Wash this. Wash that. Now, I'm going to add some evergreens here. Actually, no. No. First, I'm going to take sap green, go in this cad yellow, because leftover paint thinner on my brush is going to make it thinner, and that's going to make it stick. So let's add some grass. If this was darker, the highlights would really stick out, and that's why I wish I had liquid black. Alright, have an extra yellow out here. It's going to really make this grass layer stick, or stand out. Sorry. Alright, add just a little more. Maybe those are flowers. Just tap in back there into this, what this forest is, I guess. Now I'm going to make some evergreens, going into ivory black, a load of sap green, Van Dyke brown, and phthalo blue. Lots of sap green though. Probably going to have to refill on it. And chiseling out to get it even more, to get it very flat. I'm going to just do a little touch of the line there, and then just use the corner of the fan brush, and do a bit of a zigzag motion. Run out of paint on the fan brush, switch to the side, switch your sides of it. Yeah, I can't talk today. Take more sap green and Van Dyke brown, ivory black. I bet it just cut off again. So I was looking forward to this camera strategy working, except the battery ran out. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Hold on a second. Now, as bad as this looks, I think this is going to be suffice enough for the horse. Well enough, I think. So this is how Timbo Took lays his painting show out, I think. And it looks very well. You can zoom in for you. Hey, this is probably how season 3 is going to be. It's just the one camera view. Right? So load it. A lot of paint. Now I just wanted to redarken this evergreen. It was too bright for my liking. And that's how you should do this. You should do it the way you like it. Just pause. I'm going to get more sap green. Alright. And get more sap green, ivory black, Van Dyke brown, phthalo blue, and he needs a friend. Although I'm just gonna give him a little friend right here. Just help make the edge stand out. I'm gonna blend this part out with my thumb. It didn't look just right. So here I'm gonna just adding a part of the mountain to fix the edge. Hey, it's actually not looking bad. Adding light highlights to these mountains. Looks weird, but it's alright. Anyway, yeah, right. I was gonna give him a friend, I believe. Well, I mean, I already gave him one, but let's give him another one. I meant fix this one. Alright, and B, he has a friend that lives right here, not too far away. Take just the corner of the brush and tap down. Oops, a lot of paint. He's a big guy. Maybe there's even another. Well, tap in just a bit more grass. Just a little bit right here. So don't look too weird. Now I'm gonna paint one at a bit of an angle. Maybe Bob liked to do a couple crooked ones. It's alright if you mess up like this a little bit. Just add the stem back and, tap downward. I'll tell you what, this guy is not going to end up a telephone pole. Great, I'm going to wash my fan brush. Ever so slightly, I beat the devil out of it, but if you're rough on your brushes, you probably shouldn't do it. Take a different fan brush and just take a little bit of slightest bit of phthalo blue and make a highlight for these trees. Make a highlight color, I mean. This seems good enough. Highlight this guy first. Actually, I'm going to take my knife, take some Van Dyke brown, the lightest bit of white, too much white, and mix it, this Van Dyke brown, to make a trunk color. Well, this is going to be good enough because I'm out of Van Dyke brown, but anyway, there's a trunk for him, trunk for him. And these are just indications, you don't have to do the whole thing. Now right here, one there, a little bit there. It's okay, most of these are going to get covered up anyway. I don't think I'm going to give him a trunk. I know, he's left out. I'm going to add just the least drop of paint thinner to make this thinner. Bob's golden rule, thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So I'm going to just go in a zigzag motion there. Maybe even a touch of liquid white. This is going to change the color just a slight bit, but not too much. Alright, now one more evergreen. Alright, put my dirty fan brush there, and well, I say again because I gotta get more Van Dyke Brown for the horse. Right, I'm gonna maybe just add a least little drop of paint thinner. I barely touched it. Now I'm gonna just tap some grass. Great. Now I'm gonna just tap some grass around these evergreens. I'm gonna keep it pretty dark right here though, because that'll just give the indication of shadows. Tap in more here. This would have probably gone way faster using the 1-inch, the 2-inch brush. I mean, sorry. Nice field of green. Yeah, because of these dark spots here, there's really brings out the highlights in areas like these. Just tap more here. Dark grass. Now I'm gonna tap. I'm just hitting right into the yellow because it darkens automatically hitting this dark color. Had an idea that I was gonna paint a fence going like this way and then having the horse jump over it, but I think I'll do that another day. Alright, I think I'm run out of cad yellow again, which means I'm gonna have to stop highlighting the grass. Right, now it's time for, well, lightly, nah, that was a bad idea. I was gonna pull up to make it look like long grass, but that's alright. Put the slightest bit of liquid white in there, not only to make it thinner, but also brighten it up a bit. So you gotta step back and look to see if the painting's going the way you want it. And I think it's going the way I want it. Little hills. Trying to align it. Alright. Yeah. Righty. I'm gonna take this brush and go into this Van Dyke brown. And maybe add a touch of ivory black with it. A lot of paint on here. Now decide where your horse is gonna live. I think mine lives right here. Now I'll put in the dark color first, because if you did the highlight color, it'd blend in with the grass and go nasty. That's why I'm not doing a white horse. Alright, maybe the front part of his body is right here. Right here's his bottom. Yeah, sort of like that. When the little get these X strokes out, or these little brush strokes, sorry. And take more Van Dyke brown and start outlining his neck and his head. There we go. I think his body needs to be a little bigger, you say? Alright. This horse is running wild. It's a big green field. He's happy. He's free. Timer went off for the camera, but the battery died, so it doesn't matter. Alright. It's time to just a little more dark color for his head there. Right. Well, that part's done, so I'm going to, gonna wash my filbert brush. It's a natural bristle filbert. Natural bristle brushes tend to work best with oil paints. Now that's just my point of view. If you want to try a synthetic bristle brush with oil paints, go ahead and try it. Just saying, I don't recommend it. Yeah, a bit of brown with this. Yeah, just to make a nice light brown highlight color. Now this highlight color is going to darken naturally, so he's just a naturally dark brown horse. Who knows? Anyway, I was going to put it back, but then I realized if I don't properly highlight this horse, his legs aren't going to show up just right. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second or two. There we go. Highlight mostly the top rather than the bottom because there's not as much light's hitting under him. There we go. I'm going to take just a wee script liner brush, run it through paint thinner, and go right into the Van Dyke brown. I want this to be thin as ink. Oh, it's running. Let's see, on my painting, you have to decide, I think, one of his legs here. Think about it like horses' legs are sort of like ours. They have a big thigh, but then they have a really bony shin and just tiny little hooves. That's the right terminology. I'm no horse expert. I'll go ahead and highlight his leg here, or his joint there, sorry. I'm going to take some black. Sort of outline a dark hoof. It's a very, very wide leg. Now he's got hooves. Now with the same dark color, gonna add bit of a nose and a mouth. Make it light. Whoops. There we go. Got rid of that with my fingernail. I'm going to take put an eye there. Wash that off and just tap into the black, because I'm going to put nostril hole there, darken his eye there. Now what about the tail, you say? Well, y'all probably saw that coming. I was going to use my script liner brush for that. Just going into black. Well, it's mixed with a ton of blue, but it's alright. Yeah, thin as ink. Because the paint over here is pretty thin. It's probably one fat looking horse on the camera. Hey, at least I planned this out, unlike the pirate ship. There's something you'd like to see painted, or an idea you got, and you want me to paint it on the show, just email me or drop a comment below. Now what about his neck hair? Well, don't worry, I planned that out too. I'm going to take a fan brush. Let's see if this is... Yeah, that'll be about right. Take dark color and just a bit of Van Dyke brown. And remember how we made the palm trees? Well, it's a lot like that. Van Dyke brown, a touch of blue, just mostly going into this black. Alright, how about that? Not as much hair back here, it's mostly right here. And that is not one half bad looking horse for the amount of time I just spent showing it to you. I hope this video is under 40 minutes. If it is not, I'm sorry. I was aiming for these videos to be around 20-30 minutes, but I'll make mistakes. Just happy accidents. Sorry, yeah, I should have had that earlier. Just getting some primary red. That's what this color is called. Just like the Van Dyke brown and the black. I just went through paint thinner to thin it down so it can be thin as ink. Not too thin though, not thin as water. This is what I'm probably done. Just, yep, way too thin. Alright, I think that's rightly thin enough. Not thin enough. Alright, I'm going to put a dot here, and then sign, picking up a lot of green. It just means you have to reload more often. Well, reload the liner brush. And I cannot sign today. Alright. I think I'm going to call this one finished. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching this entire video. If you did, I'm sorry if you didn't. But that's okay, because if you didn't see this entire video, you wouldn't even be hearing me say this anyway. But so thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please like this video. Please like it and subscribe to see more painting videos. So I'll let YouTube you want to see more painting videos of me. So thank you very much. Sorry about my camera, but I'm getting through it. Oh, so which one came out better? The horse I spent 3 hours on? Or the one I did that, yeah, you're probably going to say that one. Either way, it came out alright to me. That's alright. You know what? I'm going to take just a dot of white. There we go. Now it looks like the other one. So, thank you for watching. Happy painting, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.